Maine. Oh, we're live. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Hey Frase Podcast. Per usual, we're your hosts. I'm Sarah Fraser, along with Andrea Lopez, comedy, my girl, who's rocking a sexy top today. I love this. It's like very low cut, almost a little V-neck, but looks like silk.
It looks like a nightgown, right?
Yes.
Yes. So Nasty Gal was having a huge sale. I guess all businesses are just going to the shits. So they've got to go on master sales. So Nasty Gal had a sale. I bought like two things. No, I bought a couple things.
I'm curious, are people buying clothes? Like, obviously, welcome to our live stream. We are live every Monday, every Wednesday. Hi, April Banks. Shout out to April Banks, who's fucking amazing. April, love you. We are live on Twitch right now, on YouTube, on Periscope, which is on Twitter and Facebook. Of course, I mentioned YouTube. It's facebook.com/heyfrase. Start a watch party. Share the show with someone who has never seen us. We do pop culture recaps every Monday and Wednesday. We get you in the know with our nasty, nasty opinions on everybody. Sometimes we spread a lot of, we're always spreading love. I have never met a celebrity I did not love. I love celebrity, okay?
Unless they're allegedly accused of raping anybody, then we don't like you. Then we do not F with you, okay?
Excuse me. Well, here's the thing. There's one alleged rapist that I do want to interview, and that is Tekashi 6ix9ine. And he allegedly sexually, I don't actually, you know what, before I speak out of turn, which we usually do. I don't know if Tekashi sexually assaulted anyone or allegedly slept with someone underage. So probably people know. Everybody online is probably listening, and we need a fact checker. The bottom line is I need a fact checker because I speak out of turn on everyone.
All I know is for sure he is charged with racketeering. So I just stick with that one. He's a racketeerer.
Oh, I don't mind the fact that he's a snitch. I mean, if someone arrested me and they go, "Hey girl, you're going to jail for 150 years. I'd be like, who do you want to know about? Back in 6th grade, I saw so-and-so steal a bag of ice. Like, I'd be like, no way. I don't blame him for snitching. Who the hell is going down 150 years and not giving up like everybody on a gun charge? I'm sorry. I would snatch all over the place. I'd be like, bring me some snacks. It's going to be a long list.
You guys got any Doritos or Fritos back there? Because I got some names to drop. Our girl Renee.
You got any snatch snacks? Because I'm ready. Oh, snitch snacks? You got any snitch snacks? Because I am ready to snitch.
Mob wife Renee goes, a rat is a rat is a rat. Do not rat in the mob community. Remember you guys when we interviewed her?
Oh my God, she was so hardcore. Yeah, she hates a rat. But I'd be like, and didn't we ask her about Tekashi 6ix9ine? She's like, that fucking rat. She was like,
why are you asking me about him? I don't know about him. We're like, oh. All right. I understand though. She doesn't want to be seen with him. I get it.
So we dish all the celebrity dirt. We love celebrity dirt. We're going to talk about Common and Tiffany Haddish confirmed their relationship today. We want to know if you think they're a hot and sexy couple or hell no. Also, Kristin Caallari has a new man. If you were a fan of Laguna Beach, you're going to love this throwback. And I actually sprung one on you. Did you ever watch the show Who's the Boss when you were little, AJ?
Who's the Boss? Nope, I don't think so.
Tony Danza.
I do love Tony Danza.
Okay, well, you would know, and the chick. Oh my God, why am I've literally gained Alzheimer's here since I've like headed north.
Early onset. Hey, Tony Danza.
Okay, Tony Danza, and everybody know Melissa Milano. Alyssa
Milano.
She was the daughter in it. Anyway, it was like one of the few that TV shows, because my parents had the old rabbit ears on the TV back in the day. Oh, so yeah. We could actually get that show. It was so good. So I've got news about that. All right, let's thank our sponsors. We have to thank Horizon Fibroids. We love them. Guys, fibroids don't sleep, even though it's a pandemic. And Horizon Fibroids has 3 locations in Maryland. They see patients from, honestly, they have a location in Frederick, Maryland. So if you live in Pennsylvania and you listen to us, you can pop in and see them. Frederick, Germantown, Rockville, over 50% of women will have a fibroid by the age of 50. So you need to get checked. How do you know if you have a fibroid? Heavy periods, long periods, severe cramping can all be a sign. Maybe all this time you've thought, oh, I just have really difficult periods. Or maybe you have fibroids. Your gynecologist doesn't always know all the treatments, and UFE, uterine fibroid embolization, has been around for 20 plus years. Our expert, Dr. Will, does the surgery, which is very low downtime. They literally go in through your wrist, y'all. It's like, oh, hi, okay, beep, little wrist incision. I have no idea how they get to your ovaries, but they do, and then they freeze off those fibroids, and boom, you're back to work. So they are awesome. HorizonFibroids.com. Also, R&G Insurance. I can't wait to get you an update because Dan and I are becoming clients and they are going to do our auto insurance. David Gorman has some of the most competitive auto insurance rates of anybody. Don't believe us? Read reviews about him. See on my Twitter. We've had people from the Hey Frase podcast get quotes and they can't believe how much David Gorman saved them. How is David Gorman able to do this? Because R&G Insurance has multiple carriers, so they can shop your auto insurance, life insurance, renters, and home insurance, plus so much more, around to many carriers to get you the best deal. R&G Insurance has been in business for 20 plus years. Hello, they're doing something right. Okay. And they serve multiple states, DC, Maryland, Virginia, but they also serve Delaware. They serve Texas. They serve Florida. They serve the Carolinas. So again, we have now listeners nationwide. So definitely reach out to them and check out their website, rnginsurance.com. Let's start with Common and Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish on a podcast yesterday. You've met our girl, Tiffany Haddish, in her Tesla out here in LA.
The Tesla.
You all smoked dope together.
It wasn't dope.
It sounds like it's so old.
It's like crack or something.
Yeah, you guys smoked dope together.
Okay, we smoked a doob, all right, in her Tesla.
I just listened to Joe Rogan and Post Malone. That interview. Well, I tried to listen to it. And let me tell you this. I love Joe Rogan. I love Posty. I hope this is constructive criticism, but fellas, please never get high again and do a fucking podcast. They talk for an hour and a half about aliens and ghosts. And half the time they were like, do you really believe it? And then Posty'd be like, I don't know, man. Do you really believe it?
That's the essence of Joe Rogan, that he gets high before all of his shows, all of them.
This is why I don't smoke marijuana, okay? Really, this is why, because I'm all over the place anyway. And these two guys, I swear to God, spent an hour. It was the slowest podcast episode. I couldn't even get to his career because I was completely exhausted from listening to this ghost chat.
Well, he loves talking about ghosts and aliens. It's like his favorite thing.
Well, for God's sakes, now you're worth $100 million. Can you go find an alien and answer this question for everybody? Because it dragged on and on. And I love all of Joe's interviews. I really do. I learn a lot, but this one was torture.
All right. Well, don't listen to that one, but let's get back to TIFF and Common.
This is why. So the point of this was when you were smoking weed, you hit a J, and what they said on Joe's show was, he smoked a J before he got there, of course. And then I think took some shrooms or whatever. Sounds like a dangerous combo to me. And then they started talking about all this shit. So you hit a J with Tiffany.
Yeah, no shrooms. Tiffany was just like, look, I got this. Let's go back to my car because this bar kind of sucks. We're like, okay. This was for Eric Andre's birthday out in LA. And so we were just chilling and she took a call with her cousin in the car. We're all just sitting there like, all right, pass, puff, 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 pass. And, she was telling us all about how her ways to get a man. And if you guys remember that episode, she said that you take your finger and then you just like touch your lady parts and then use it as perfume.
Pussy juice. Yes.
Pussy juice. Common was loving up on that juice.
Clearly it worked. Obviously the secret for us is more pussy juice. So basically she was like, put that pee juice behind your ears, behind your knees, like down your neck, and you will get a man. She confirms on a podcast yesterday that Tiffany Haddish and Common are together, which a lot of our fans already knew. But I loved posting about this because I got mixed feedback. Some people feel like they're an odd coupling together. What do you think?
I love them. And I know that Tiffany is wary of dating guys that are in the public eye because a lot of them, they honestly just want ass. And so when she was talking to us, she's like, I get hit up by all these comedians that think they can get me and I'm just not into it. So I love them because I think Common's great. I think he's intellectual. I think he's smart and he's really attractive. And I think he's not somebody in the comedy world. So I feel like there's going to be no power struggle, right? They're a perfect match together. I love it. They're gorgeous together. I have to say that about Common. I've always thought of Common, amazing musician, just seems very like filled with empathy, very sophisticated. I like everything that Common is. And Tiffany to me is like such a bright light. Like she's always so sweet. She's like super funny. I've never seen her live in stand up, but I hear it's super raunchy, which I can appreciate. I mean, I think she does a good mix. I think, but yeah. Have you seen her live? No, I usually just watch most of her like YouTube videos. And she went to our place, Magoobies out in where is it? Catonsville or Baltimore or where is it?
Oh my God. Up there in
near Baltimore, I think. Yeah.
Yes. Magoobies is like an institution. You seriously need to go up there. It's Timonium, Maryland. Have you? Treat yourself and go drive through Timonium, Maryland. Okay. Lord, the people. And then you pull up to Magoobies, which was an old convention center that they've now converted into a comedy club. It's epic. It is like, okay, are you sure? I feel like I'm going to the Geico offices. And then you roll up and Magoobies is there. It's like, okay.
Yeah, you're like, where the hell are we? You just get out of your car. You're like, all right, guess we're here.
Oh, April, what is Common's drama though? Is he seeing multiple women? Give us the scoop. Oh my God. This is why I want to start a Wednesday segment where we bring a guest on the show and they dish about celebrity dirt too. Tell us Common's drama. Leave it in the comments. Okay. So Kristin Caallari, Laguna Beach, ends up posting a picture with Stephen, am I going to say his last name right?
Stephen Colletti. Yep.
Stephen. Okay.
Stephen.
That's her accent. That's the way Kristin talks.
Yes.
Kristin Caallari, which you haven't done a lot, by the way. I need to see more Kristin Caallari videos.
I know. I haven't done too much of her just because I feel like once you do it all, you do the same thing, but that's Courtney too. So I got to put some more Kristin out there, but this is Kristin TBT on Laguna Beach days when she used to just yell Steven's name. Steven, I just feel like you still have feelings for Elsie and I just like don't want to be between you guys. And we've like put 4 years in and I just feel like you should choose me. Steven. Oh my God.
Steven. Okay. Nailed it. So I wasn't I got to tell you, I was not a big Laguna Beach fan, but these two dated briefly back in like the early 2000s. They post this picture together, which has everybody sort of saying, are they back together? Because she's obviously separated from Jay Cutler.
Exactly. They blew up the internet, essentially.
Blew up the internet.
Kristin apparently went to just go visit. She's still close friends with Steven. And she just went over. She went to Laguna Beach to go visit Steven and Alex Morel, who used to be on the show. They just posed for a picture. There's nothing going on here. They just sparked this romance. I think she just like needed a little attention on the gram, and this is the way to do it.
Good way to do it. Good way to do it, sis. I like them though. They look well matched, by the way.
You know what's funny though is our good friend Charlie Burney, he texted me back and he goes, you know what? This looks just like Sarah Fraser here. I go, oh.
Excuse me. Okay. Thank you, Charlie Burney.
Right? Look at that nice cleavage. I was like, which part looks like Sarah? Is it the hair or is it cleave? Or is it both?
You know what? This would be good. Because Jay Cutler to me always looked like he needed a nap. I mean, just major bags under the eyes, He's
always exhausted, but for doing nothing. It's like, what are you tired from, Jay?
You collected a dozen eggs outside, honey. What, sweetie? It's just a dozen eggs from your chicken coop. Why are you beat? Like it was always exhausted and zero energy. So I like the energy here.
I like the energy too. I would love a good throwback fling. I think this would be so good, especially what a great, what's it called when you get with another guy to get over the old guy?
Rebound.
A great rebound. Steven! But like obviously I do feel bad for Steven though. I feel like he's always got the shit end of the stick. Like he didn't end up with Kristin or Lauren Conrad. And then he's just gone on to do a couple of extra bits in One Tree Hill. And but it wasn't a main character. It was like one of the boyfriends in One Tree Hill.
I was going to say, I haven't heard of Steven in 20 years, much like everybody else when this popped up. No offense to Steven. I'm sure he's a lovely guy. I just don't know Steven, can you fill us in from 2002 to 2020? What's been up? Because I didn't know you were around.
Steven, what have you been doing? He should have come on Uncommon James and done a little cameo on like walked in the store and rekindled. That would have been good. We got to be producers on these shows. We really do because we have so many storylines. Anyway, by the way, here's the throwback I'm putting up on the live stream. Sorry. Oh my God. I miss the 2000s. Like, I mean, the hair, I miss the 2000s. The thick highlight. Who's that? That's Kristin and Steven. What? I'm sorry. Kristin, something has changed, girl. I don't want to accuse you of plastic surgery, but a lot has changed. She lost some weight.
That's all it takes to look like a different human? Is the weight?
They must have been crying. Her eyes look puffy. And Steven's got those white rimmed glasses. Oh God, I could go on and on.
Remember, I missed the dyed tips on the guys, and the men used to have that kind of like the high hair, like the bangs. Like now the kids all have like what I have, where they sort of like flip it over still, like the Justin Bieber. But that was back in the day when it was like short on the side and then trimmed on high. All right.
Oh, good.
Ellen is getting some support. People are coming out, including Katy Perry, saying, look, I had a good experience with her. I always loved being on Ellen. Her ratings have apparently dropped significantly since all the bullying accusations, racism accusations, sexual harassment allegations. Are we surprised to hear like some celebrities coming out and defending her?
I am surprised. And you know who I'm most surprised about is Kevin Hart, because he came out and he said, again, I'm with y'all. I've had the same great experience with her. She's always helped me out. I'm surprised because he's had a lot of backlash previously for a lot of other stuff. So I think if he really didn't support her and was just trying to like I don't know if he like has a job going on, a job deal, but I think if he's supporting her, then it must be coming from a good place.
Well, I mean, Kevin Hart, I would think, holds a ton of legitimacy in Hollywood right now. One of definitely probably Hollywood's hottest comic, maybe with the exception of Dave Chappelle, and, you know, big time Hollywood star. So Kevin Hart defending her. Katy Perry tweeted yesterday, I know I can't speak for anyone else's experience beside my own, but I want to acknowledge that I've only ever had positive takeaways from my time with Ellen and on the Ellen show. I think we've all witnessed the light and continual fight for equality that she has brought to the world through her platform for decades. Sending you love and a hug, friend of the Ellen show. So I'm now hearing, by the way, that James Corden, you know, that she's going to stay at least until 2022. So like if James Corden takes over, it will be at least like another 2 years.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So she is planning to go back to work, at least for that time period. And then maybe things will get better. Maybe she has time to reconcile.
She's going to be busy doing that. I mean, I don't know how you put on a show when you got to deal with all that.
She's going to have a whole new team, basically. Hey, look, we all need jobs. Okay. It's tough out here.
We're ready.
No. It isn't good though. Okay. If there is a very volatile work environment, it never works. As you can see with us, we absolutely have no problems at the Hey Frase headquarters.
Not a single one. Well, I've learned a lot over the years. I really, really have. Honest to God, I love the evolution of life. And this is why I say I've got to post that fire meme about the Kane show, because I learned so much from working with Kane, then having like Sammy as a co-host for a year, then our dear friend Paul Wharton, who we love, who may also be suffering with dementia, but that's another story, you know, and then my friendship with you and working with you. So, I mean, it all evolves, right? You get better and better.
It all evolves. It is a circle of life. It's Lion King.
It is Lion King. So you obviously were too young to watch Who's the Boss, but Who's the Boss was a great family sitcom with Tony Danza, with Alyssa Milano back in the day. And Tony Danza sort of played this down on his luck single dad that was like hot, but also a little stupid. And, you know, he lived with this woman, Judith Light's character. And he sort of was like, you know, their like nanny or whatever, and like helped out around the house. Right. She had a son. Anyhow, it was a whole thing. So it was kind of like the nanny, but reverse, right? So Tony Danza, and look at how hot Tony Danza was back in the 80s. Oh my God, smoking.
I was about to say, I think he's so hot, and I was ready for you to be like, ew, AJ, he has hair and he's kind of chunky. You don't like guys with hair or chunk.
Don't even make me name names, because I know what you're trying to bait me into doing. There are people that have husbands that.
No, it's funny. Okay, good. We both agree that Tony Danza's hot.
Tony Danza is so gorgeous. Well, you love Italian men. Hot Italian guy. This show used to be so fun. Actually, I would be curious to see if the humor held up. I used to think it was hilarious. Now I'm sure it's probably corny as hell. But anyway, Tony Danza is coming back, and so is Alyssa Milano. Now, the mom here in the middle, the older woman, has already passed, so there's no word if she's coming back. Judith Light is the one in the full red. No word. She's gone on to have a major career, so I don't know that she's coming back either for the sitcom. But it will be set in present time, so Alyssa Milano will be like 40 years old, and Tony Danza will be her 60-something-year-old father.
Whoa. Okay. So, and
in the reboot.
They're going to do a reboot. I guess Alyssa Milano, they work on way more things than we actually see. Like if it doesn't make it to like huge theaters, I don't like hear about it. I need to go back and like see what Alyssa's been working on, but she's had a great career post this show.
She has had a great career. Well, I think she's been hugely outspoken in Me Too over the past couple of years. I feel like that has been the fight in Hollywood, like holding people accountable. But there's no set date on when the show will be out. I don't know. I mean, I feel like these shows have the best of intentions, but it's kind of like Fuller House. I tried to watch one episode and you're just like, the jokes that fly back in, 1993 just don't, it doesn't work now, I don't think. I think comedy's so much smarter than that.
It's so different. It's so evolutionized, especially, oh my God, Fuller House. It was like, okay, we're not laughing at like slapstick Uncle whatever anymore.
I know Uncle Joey would still come up and he'd like, remember the radio station in the basement or whatever he'd have? It was like, dude, all right, we're not buying it anymore. Like now you got a podcast like everybody else. And it would just be like, what are you doing today? It's like, is it going to be a crazy one? You're like, oh.
You got it, dude. It's like, okay, been there, done that.
Oh my God, that was the worst humor. You got it, dude.
It was cute when she was a little girl, but nobody wants to see swollen or actually sunken in cheeks Olsen sisters saying, you got it, dude.
Everyone wants to see the Olsen twins dating older men like they do, smoking cigarettes and designing clothes. Like that's what we want. We don't want like, you got it, dude.
Exactly. Okay, things have changed, all right? We've grown up.
Tell us the last time you did cocaine. Let's talk about aliens. No one gives a shit about you've got it, dude. Jasmine said, which part, April? The bad humor? Us wanting to see the Olsen twins do drugs and talk about ghosts? I mean, everyone says my husband looks like Tony if he grew his hair out. Okay. There's Jasmine. I think you're with your husband in your profile picture. I could see that. Dress him up like the early 90s, stonewashed jeans, plaid shirt, and let's see it. We'll Photoshop some hair on him.
We got a Photoshop guy, yeah.
People are saying that Fuller House should have included bad language and nudity. Yes, no kidding. We're with you. But I feel like this Who's the Boss is going to be another horrible thing. Like, did you stay out late? And then like, it's like she's trying to sneak upstairs even though she's like 42. You're like, oh.
You're like, yeah, it just doesn't translate. Sorry.
Doesn't translate. All right. We go back and forth. We talk about mom things. Now people, obviously are not always on our same page. Teen mom Kaylin Lowry came out. She's had her fourth child, MTV teen mom. And Kaylin drank her own placenta in a smoothie, posted it on social media, and is getting mixed reviews about drinking her own smoothie. What are your thoughts on this?
We've actually recently discussed that you would drink your placenta.
That I'm going to drink it?
Yeah, because it's one of those like health, supposedly. I feel like this is one of those things that your acupuncturist would tell you and be like, drink your placenta and your fruit elixir drink.
Here's the thing. I like a mix of Eastern and Western medicine. Okay. So Western medicine is your traditional based in science. Eastern is acupuncture, oils, essential oils, Tai Chi, Reiki, that lots of things can be. I like a mix. But here's the thing. Ultimately, I believe science. Do I think that acupuncture absolutely helps relieve stress and like you should do that over using opiates to cure your pain? 1,000%. But at some point, I do believe in science. And the science on drinking your own placenta is that there is no science. Like, in fact, it could actually be harmful to you. There's science in the sense that it's a placebo effect, according to OBGYN doctors. There is no health benefit of drinking your own placenta. And now they're doing a study. I was reading the Kaylin article where they say it actually could harm your breastfeeding. Like it could impact your breast milk by drinking your own placenta. Because I have to imagine to some degree, the placenta is like, isn't that it's removing like, nutrients and things that were created during pregnancy. So maybe your body needs to shed that, which is why it needs to come out of your body, not be re-ingested.
I agree. It says this structure provides oxygen and nutrients to your growing baby and removes waste products from your baby's blood. So if it's waste products, why would you then re-ingest it? Correct. That makes perfect sense.
That is is like blending your trash and going, you know what? I'm going to compost into my own body. Like, no.
It was thrown out for a reason. Yeah, I completely agree. Okay, now one question that you may or may not know. Is this baby the same father as her previous younger girl? Because, you know, all three of those kids come from different men.
Ooh, that's a great question. Because I'm thinking it might be the third youngest child. It might be the same dad. I'm not sure. That's a great question. I have to look into that. I was just fixated on the placenta, and then there's like no science in drinking your own.
She has done a really long journey with Teen Mom. It says she's got 3.8 million Instagram followers. I mean, she shared her whole entire story.
3.8? All we needed to do was have a child at 15 and get 3.8 million followers.
The lucky ones get on there, except then some of them are kind of screwed up though. Some of them had a really rough life, and I don't know if some of them all ended up well, but Caitlyn was able to really use this and monetize her fame because 3.8 million, probably, you know, I don't know, selling baby wipes and sponsorships.
Okay, well, this makes sense because she shouts out a company in Pennsylvania that makes placenta pills in the post. So you know what? Boom, probably sponsored content.
Boom, we sleuthed it out, y'all.
Okay, I have a question. Is there a song of the summer yet? Do we have an anthem for 2020 aside from Bored in the House and In the House Bored? And I don't know, maybe that is the anthem. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored.
No, there's no song because 2020 sucks and we're all just in a state of confusion.
Okay, so I'm really fascinated by this because Megan Thee Stallion, you guys know I'm obsessed with Megan Thee Stallion. Like if I could be dear friends with one celebrity, it would be her. Why? Savage, I feel like it is one of the greatest songs of all time because it embodies who I am. I'm classic, bougie, and I'm definitely fucking ratchet at the same time. Like I am.
That is a really good song for 2020.
I am classy, bougie, and so ratchet. So like, I would want to be friends with Megan. And I also feel like Megan being 25 and I'm like north of 35, that I could be her big sister and comfort her through everything that she's been through. And also get a group of women and go beat up fun-sized Tori Lanez. You know, like I would go over to his house and beat the little crap out of that like 5'4" guy.
They have parties at 4 a.m., Sarah. I don't know how you're making it out past 9.
Megan, we are going to beat him up at 5:15 p.m. and then I'm going home. Okay. You know,
but I'm going to go to sleep.
And then I'm out. But here's my thing. Is there a song in the summer? Drop it in the comments because I'm hoping that WAP, which is going to be Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's song, which is dropping on Friday, will be our song of the summer. Because you guys know too, and I actually want to do a whole show on this. I was just reading an article of why people are afraid to criticize Beyonce. Because I'm not a fan of Beyonce. I try. I did like Lemonade. Do you like Black is King? Like, have you watched it?
No, I haven't watched it. I just thought it was really well produced, directed. I think the outfits are amazing. But I think she's got, obviously, you know, it's like the Beyonce, it's the Beehive. But I mean, I wouldn't say I wake up and I go to bed with her music. I love her music, though. I think she's an incredible artist.
Right. But I don't know why I don't get into it like everybody else. I get into
I don't get obsessed with people. Yeah, you like Megan Thee Stallion. I don't get obsessed with people. I think I really appreciate all the art that they put out, but there's never, I kind of outgrew like the obsession a long time ago with when I was in high school and I was obsessed with Britney Spears. Like after I like took posters off my wall, I never got obsessed with one artist.
And I'll tell you that. And see, I like women that are bad girls, you know, like bad girl Riri. Like I'm a Rihanna fan, you know, I want to go to Barbados and smoke weed with Rihanna and just like be in the background of one of her, you know, songs. Like wild thoughts, like everything that Rihanna does, I could total fangirl out. But Beyonce just never does it for me. Here's why. I always feel like now Beyonce and Jay-Z's image is so calculated that you never really get the real them. Like I like people like Megan, you know, Cardi B, right? Cardi just puts life out there. Like,
she does, straight up.
I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a fan. Now, April, we got to have on the show because April says that she's not a big fan of Black is King. And she says that she's not afraid. And Jennifer says, I'm not afraid to criticize her either. I'm not a Bey fan at all. Sarah, same here with Beyonce. What? Have we come on to something? I don't even want to say your names because if the Beehive comes after you, you guys are going to be like, we've deleted ourselves from social media. Thanks a lot.
It's true. Yes. Well, also, I feel like wow, this is crazy. So many people saying Beyonce does nothing for them. Did you guys see the documentary when she was showing how she prepared for the, what was it, halftime show? And she worked so hard on that. That was incredible.
Okay, I did think that was amazing. I did think the documentary that she did that was like, oh my God, it was beautiful. Okay, I'll say that. That was like the only moment that I liked her. I liked some of Lemonade, but beyond that, I'm just like, I don't get the incredible, like, she seems to be above criticism. Like, you don't see anybody writing a scathing Beyonce, I'm not a fan, a breakdown of why the music is not that great. I do think visually, Black is King is pretty amazing, but I don't get it.
I don't know. I'm a huge fan. I think she does a lot for the community. I think she took her husband back and she made a relationship in Hollywood work. Is she a part of the Illuminati? Now that I believe. You
are my conspiracy theorist. I love you so much. We have to do conspiracy theory deep dives because my girl AJ, we are the total opposites when it comes to conspiracies. I don't believe there's an Illuminati. I don't believe any of that. And yet you do. And a lot of people do.
Well, I mean, I'm not like diehard about it. I just think it's funny when people like mention it and they make comparisons. And they're like, she had a pyramid in her outfit. And you're like, oh, Illuminati. Like, it's so crazy. But okay.
Really get to the bottom of that whole cheating scandal with Jay-Z. Now, Jay-Z did go on David Letterman's Netflix show and did confess that, that Jay-Z and Beyonce are in therapy, that he has had indiscretions in the past. And of course, Dave Letterman cheated on his wife very famously with someone that was working on the staff of the David Letterman show. Right. So, those two kind of had that thing in common. But I don't know. I just think their images are so crafted.
Yeah, that's all a part of their PR team. Whoever works for them is doing a great job.
Yeah, exactly. And we'd like to know who's their image team because ours needs help.
Ours needs help. You guys, the song is called WAP and it comes out Friday. And
I pray this is like the song we need. Like I hope this is like a jam of all jams.
This is going to be insane. It's like two fire ass women coming together, making it a collab together. This is all about women empowerment. And they look like twins here. Like, we need to get the same team they had also here because they look like twins.
We need to do something like this. Like, I mean, obviously we're not going to, steal their thunder, but I mean, we need to do, we'll have like earrings that are locked together.
Two podcast microphones.
Middle fingers out, I mean, this is the energy we need.
This is the energy. They did such a good job, you guys. If you can't see on our live stream, they've got like the same hair updo. They've got hoop earrings. Their tongues are out and their makeup is just beat to the suns. It's so good.
I cannot wait. I am so excited about this collaboration. We need this so badly. Because when we were driving to Maine, and I'll give a whole recap next week. We're in Maine. Because tomorrow on the show, we're going to have Shaws of Sunset Nima. I'm so excited about him.
Nima Band, me as well. I got some great questions from our viewers in my Instagram. So that'll be really good.
I cannot wait. So Nima Van is going to be tomorrow on the show. But when I was driving up here, we were listening to Return of the Mac, which is like such a great old song. But I thought to myself, we need a Return of the Mac song. Like that song brought everybody together. When Return of the Mac comes on in the club, there isn't one person on the side. Like everybody is all in. That song with Mark Morrison. And can we get Mark Morrison on this show? Oh, that song was legendary.
Well, weren't you guys listening to something really bad at 5 a.m. and you were complaining about it?
Oh God, we had to listen to Def fucking Leppard. And then Dan was like, I'll give you $1 million right now if you can name the film. I'm like, I don't know the Def Leppard. Like this is going to be some nerd film from 1984 when I was hardly born that you wanted to listen to. Who's like, Unbreakable 88. I'm like, who cares? Who knew that?
You married him.
You guys, he's a wealth of knowledge that no one needs. It's just like, what? Anyway.
Yeah, Schmigmeister's the same.
Okay, look, we have brand new merch out. It's on heyfraseshow.com. Oh, my tits are looking saggy. Hold on. Okay. Boom, pulling them up. Brand new merch. It's up heyfraseshow.com /shop page. We have really 2 cute designs. Use your voice. It has awesome podcast mics, our famous pink podcast mics. Also, it has Humanity Has No Brand. Prices so reasonable, starting at $19.99. Hats too. Order them today. And then we're going to have a brand new show for you with Nima Van from Shaws of Sunset tomorrow. So if you have questions, like AJ said, you can always DM us on IG. We're going to be interviewing him later today. I cannot wait. And then we'll be back live with a brand new show on Monday. Guys, we love you so much. Bye, everybody.
Peace.
Safe week. Peace. Woo! Yes.